Now, when we come to Washington, in this campaign, we're coming to get our check.
Damn it, man, I heard the People's Revolutionary Army was once 1,000 strong. Now, what happened?
They got government jobs.
He went down to take it over.
But they were hiring that day.
The brothers walked in with guns. He came out with jobs.
The brothers weren't mad anymore. Yes. Whitey is something else.
What's up, fellas? It's your main man, back on the scene with another video. There's truth and jokes. And that little clip from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker is basically true. The civil rights generation got some trinkets and they failed to continue to fight. Because Dr. King had the right idea.
Show me the money.
And I think what we're dealing with right now is because at that time, they believed if they changed the immigration laws back in '65, that we would have more black immigrants and they would rock with us. They were wrong. They didn't factor in tribalism. See, this we all black thing, that's only relevant to someone who lives in a European country because you don't look like the dominant society. But when you're in an all black country, it doesn't mean anything. They identify with their ethnicity. They don't call themselves black. See, they didn't understand that. And the level of tribalism on the continent is insane. That Pan-Africanism is not gonna happen. There's 2,000 different ethnic groups. They're not all friends. It just ain't happening. Let's keep it a buck. Tribalism is competition. Racism is tribalism. It's competition for resources.
You either smoke or you get smoked.
That's all it is. One group wants to dominate to control over resources. So you have to compete. And these people, when they come here, they're competing with us. So forget about that. We are our own tribe. We might as well accept that and move forward. And that's the problem with FBA, is we're too accepting and welcoming of other people who don't share the sentiment. So let's rock and roll with this brother right here. POVdirectors Cut. And I left a comment a few days ago. This brother here, delineation has been in order for a long time. And I said it should have started 40 years ago, because that's when I ran into it. So let's expand this and check out what he has to say.
How anti-FBA streamers are uniting against FBAs. Why are anti-FBA streamers spewing anti-FBA rhetoric out of nowhere? And what has these non-FBA streamers so upset? We're also going to be talking about the 8-book novel series I'm currently writing, starring a black woman protagonist and a black man romance character that is a dystopian social commentary. We're going to talk about that later on. POVdirectors Cut, what up? Make sure you subscribe.
What up?
We've got a lot of topics to cover. Make sure you watch the entire video. And again, make sure you subscribe. It's been a minute since I talked about any serious topic because we know how social media is. Now, let's get the important thing out.
Well, I don't do it that much either because my channel is not about that. But this popped in my feed and it piqued my interest, so I'm going to react to it.
The way first. My lineage is FBA on my father's side from North Carolina, and it is also Jamaican and St. Kitts on my mother's side. I consider myself a foundational black American.
For me, my pops is from Florida and mom's is from South Kakalaki.
Just to be transparent with everyone. Okay, so now that we have that out the way, so what has me so heated that I felt like I needed to post serious topics again? Okay, What has me so heated? And it's actually a combination of things. But this right here, I saw this a few hours ago. And I was just minding my business. I wasn't even looking for this. I was actually looking for black streamers. And this came up.
I think that's why they're trying to move away from black. Because that could be anybody from anywhere in the world.
I was actually looking for black streamers to follow. And this is what came up. Now, I'm gonna go in. Okay? Somali streamer completely destroys black Americans and their culture. Your culture is Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, and selling, and I gotta watch the words, but selling, what a lot of rappers.
These people are idiots. They're grifters. Bottom line, the guys who do this are grifters. Because if you look at the data, the actual data, that's a small subculture within FBA. That's not the main culture.
Rap about, so I'll just say that. And I gotta go in, man. I gotta go in. A bunch of these streamers, man, have been really, really upset lately.
So why don't they go out to the Italians about the mafia? Or the Russians about their mafia? The Chinese about the triad? The Japanese got the Yakuza? Everyone has a criminal element. The Jamaicans got posses. Come on, man.
Okay, and we're going to get to that a little bit later on. And, I'm going to go in. I'm going to do my best to keep things diplomatic because I do have another channel that is successful and I don't want to start any beefs. But, man, I don't want to start any drama or anything. Don't want to start any drama because, a lot of times when that happens, a lot of nonsense starts happening. I'm getting tired of all the anti-FBA sentiment coming from non-FBA streamers. I'm talking Kai Cenat, I'm talking Myron Gaines, I'm talking Sneeko, and today I stumbled across, of course, Johnny Somali, that just set me off. I mean, a lot of these dudes, have y'all noticed, 2024, the anti-FBA sentiment is getting real crazy out here. It's getting very, very, very insane.
I never heard of Kai Cenat or Johnny Somali.
Not happy with that at all.
Yeah, these two guys, I never heard of them. I heard of Myron and Sneeko. Sneeko got punched in the mouth with his punk ass. And they were on a Twitter call with Tyreek. They didn't do very well. I mean, if your argument is I don't like black people, and that's okay, because I don't really care, because I don't like you either, that's not a good argument. But there's supposed to be a rematch, and I believe the brother, the Saint, is going to host it, if they can get it together. And we'll see what happens. He has a good reaction to their, I wouldn't even call it a debate, because there was no topic set, and it was just a bunch of people attacking Tariq. That's basically what it is. I don't like black people, let's attack Tariq. Just not a good argument. Let's rock and roll.
I'm absolutely not happy about this at all, man. And I gotta go in. I gotta keep it 100. These social media platforms and corporations will go out of their way to promote these dudes, but as Kendrick Lamar said, they're not like us. When it comes to rap music, when it comes to corporate America, a lot of people don't want to talk about that. When we talk about these black content creators, like these black streamers, a lot of these black streamers, these individuals are not foundational black Americans whatsoever.
That's why we have to separate ourselves from them. They could be their own tribe. They can be proud to be whatever they are and wherever they're from. But we don't need to associate with them if they're going to act like that.
Not only are they not foundational black Americans, they are very anti-black. Very anti-black, very anti-FBA. I'm not feeling that at all, man. I'm not feeling that whatsoever. And I'm trying to, I got to be careful because, we know how these social media platforms, so I have to be careful with the words. I really do want to go in, but you know how it is. This growing FBA movement is one of the greatest things to happen to black America because we really have to start distancing ourselves from these anti-FBA and anti-black opposition out here. A lot of these non-FBA dudes out here seem to be all upset around the same time. And let me break down why they're so upset, okay? This right here, I think is one of the reasons they're so upset. Microphone Check documentary, which is the #1 best-selling documentary on Amazon right now. Bottom line, get mad. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to hurt some feelings. I will hurt some feelings. I mean, it's really that simple. But I got to keep it 100. I got to keep it 100. It's going to hurt feelings, but I got to keep it 100. You know, it is what it is. This also has them very, very upset. Okay?
I got a copy of that. Microphone check. I think the main thing is the whole FBA thing and the Juneteenth reparations got them ticked off. That's what it is, man. All that set them off. Because they delineated long ago. Like I said, I came across the smoke 40 years ago. So punk ass Rohan, it's the first time I came across that. We were at Joyce Kilmore Park. Somebody was bumping WBLS, it's a radio station in New York. There was a advertisement for a trip to Jamaica, and I was like, I wouldn't mind winning that. He says, you need to stay up here, you damn Yankee. We don't want you down there. I was gonna take your rusty ass on back where you came from. So that was the first time I ran into it. And I was kind of taken aback by that, because like the older Jamaican guys were on that we all black tip. So I thought, hey, Jamaicans are cool. But the younger ones was coming with smoke. Or it could be a matter of, once the population grew, you get more of that tether sentiment came along with it. But let's rock and roll.
And remember, Microphone Check, the rally for reparations, this all happened around the same time. So this has these non-FBAs very, 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 very upset, man. Okay, Juneteenth, Freedom Plaza.
Yeah, the reparations really got pissed off.
For putting together a wonderful event this past weekend. Me and my lady enjoyed every bit. Black Americans, Rally for Reparations, Marcel for Congress. So, yeah, this, I'm telling you, this right here, I'm telling you right now, this is what has them upset.
Yeah, I was watching some Mexican guys, and they were saying that they should vote against it, blah, 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 this and that, until we get ours first. I'm like, we don't have anything to do with whatever happened to your people. If you feel you have a legitimate gripe against the United States government, then build your movement and fight for it. Why get mad at us? We didn't do anything to you. I do know why. Because people, they want to identify with the whites. That's why people act like this. Even the black ones, they want to identify with the whites.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, distancing ourselves from, you know, these non-FBAs out here, tethers, as a lot of us call them.
I like that.
Which all a tether is a, I gotta, you know, I'm trying to keep things friendly for social media. They really trip these days. But you know, a tether is, you know, the C word, if you feel what I'm saying. That's all that is, to be quite honest. You know, that's a foreign, you know, C word. Okay, it is what it is. The black and this, yeah, this again, this right here is what got him mad. Black American heritage supporters waved the flag proudly the past weekend at the FBA Rally for Reparations, Washington, D.C. Rally for Reparations, FBA, Foundation of Black Americans. They not like us. 1865. So this is what got this is what got him mad. You know. Also, by the way, what also has them very, very upset is Drake getting destroyed by Kendrick Lamar.
I don't know anything about that.
That also got him very, very, very upset.
I don't keep it with right beefs anymore. It used to be cool.
Individuals are very upset
back in the day.
I've noticed. I mean, I shouldn't say a lot. It's really some. It's really some, because most people are not upset by that at all. But some, you know, some individuals are very upset by that. Now, why are they upset? You know, they're upset because Drake is not a foundational Black American. Or should I say, actually, technically, he is a foundational Black American. That's right. I think he actually is on his father's side. Sorry about that. I think he is. But as far as culturally, he comes from a non-FBA background, because his father didn't raise him. Okay, his father did not raise him. Okay, very as simple as that. So that's also what got a lot of them mad too. That also got him mad. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. Look, I got to be blunt. you got to watch out for these non-FBA. You got to watch out for these multiracial individuals out here. You got to watch out for these biracial individuals out here that can pass for white.
Well, a lot of organizations have a purity criteria, like the mafia. You can't be half Italian, half Irish, and be a made man. They do that for a reason. The same thing with the Klan. You can't have a black parent and join the Klan. And they do that because you may be, since you're part of them, you may be sympathetic to their other group. So your loyalty would be in question. Let's continue.
They are all showing their true colors right now. All of these individuals, if you notice, a lot of these individuals, they're these like multiracial, and then biracial, but specifically biracial that can pass for white, or that can pass for something else, for another race. A lot of these individuals are really showing their true colors right now. You know, all at the same time. And I'm telling you, I think this is the reason. I think these are some of the reasons. You feel what I'm saying?
Go check out
the FBA movement.
Go check out Microphone Check, man. It's a good documentary. You know, it's like the first time. Well, there was it used to be a channel, Michael Wayne TV. People used to talk to the people in the Bronx that were kids when it all started. But Tariq put it all in on this Blu-ray. So check it out, Microphone Check.
I think is a very, very big reason. Okay, this right here is another reason, by the way. This right here is another reason. The foundational Black American holiday, Juneteenth, also.
Yeah, they mad about that.
Because all of this is happening around the same time. Okay, this is all happening around the same time. This is what happened.
Yeah, there was a Colombian immigrant lady. She was talking crap about Juneteenth. I mean, these people are steaming because they want to be white so bad that they got to dump on us to try to join the club.
This is what got them very, very, very upset, man. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I talked about this on Snapchat. And my Snapchat, for those who don't know, let me see, what's my Snapchat name? And I post on there pretty much daily. Let me see, what is the Snapchat name? I need a new Snapchat name because it's always very difficult for me to. Okay, it's Dedoyo the Prince. Dedoyo the Prince. Dedoyo the Prince. So that's the Snapchat name. So, but yeah, the gaming, comic, dating, and women niche, a lot of these dudes come from, they are cool at first. Okay, so a lot of these dudes, if you guys notice, a lot of these dudes, when they start off, they don't have any type of anti-FBA or anti-black sentiment when they start out. But I noticed all these niches, all these dudes, they eventually pivot. Okay, they're cool at first, but at some point they pivot to anti-black, they do the anti-black, anti-FBA pivot.
They do that because they want to appeal to a white audience because they believe they can make more money appealing to whites. So they'll use blacks to build up, but then once they get to a certain point and they believe they can make more money, they pivot or grift. That's all that is. And there's a few channels I stopped watching because of that. They start talking that nonsense, I just unsubscribe and just be gone. Get that bitch be gone sprayed. Psh. Be gone, bitch.
I've been seeing this for years in all the niches I just named. I'm telling you, man, the gaming niche, the comic book niche,
all of them,
dating and women, it all pivots. They all pivot to anti-blackness. That's what they pivot to. Anti-FBA.
I might have to link up with this brother, man, because I try to find brothers, but just like you said, they start talking that crazy talk once they get to a certain point, and I'm not gonna listen to that. If you want to rock and roll with that, go ahead, man. It's just, you just lost me as a subscriber.
It is what it is. This is why I'm determined more than ever to continue growing my gaming channel and then getting back into live streaming, because we need FBA social media influencers who can spit the real.
You do. You can't just be all social topics all the time. It's got to be just entertainment or just chilling or something. Because there's guys, and I like Professor Black Truth, Jason Black, or the Black Authority, Tariq. I'll let them have that. There's probably some others that I'm not aware of.
This is very, very, very important. Now I'm going to elaborate on this in just a second. This is very important, man.
Just make sure you watch and support them.
Tethers out here, and you know, it's like they're pushing the anti-FBA, anti-black rhetoric. A bunch of these dudes, man. A bunch of these dudes.
It's normal.
And that's kind of what got me heated. And Johnny Somali is just the, that's just the, that was.
Hey, what's going on in Somalia? This is an argument I've been having for years when I get into these guys from these other countries. Why did you leave your country? Oh, I left for better opportunities. Why can you make that opportunities in your own country? I mean, since you're superior and all. Oh, colonialism. Oh, so it's the white man in your country, but they play nice in their own country. Brilliant. I mean, you can make it. I'm not one of these defeatists. You can't make it because there's an all-powerful white God holding you back. You can, and that's what I talk about most of the time, is apply yourself. Learn something that pays money. But don't act like theism can't affect you, because it can.
It was just the last straw. I was like, okay, I got to say something. I got to say something as a black content creator, as somebody with a gaming channel, and I got to speak on this nonsense. I got to speak on these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean any harm to any of these dudes or anything.
Hey, goddamn it!
I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this at all. Now, not to say if you have a gaming channel, you need to talk about social issues all the time. But man, we need FBA content creators in all niches, from gaming, comics, dating and women, to put an FBA black empowerment spin on things instead of an anti-FBA spin that these.
Exactly. I agree with them 100%. But that's what I do on my channel. I don't just talk about one thing. They do the comics, movies, and a little bit of the social issue things. But yeah, we gotta grow this niche. Our niche. I like to hook up with this brother, man. Yo, hit me up, bro.
Non-FBAs are doing, okay, that these tethers are doing, okay, because a lot of these dudes, man, they again, they got the anti-black spin, the anti-FBA spin. Come on, these dudes.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this off here. Yeah, these guys, man, like I said, they get to a certain point, they'll flip so they can try to attract more white viewers. That's their whole thing. So I don't watch them after that. I think the problem started with the civil rights generation. They did not understand tribalism. Tribalism is competition. Racism is competition. It's all about the control of resources, or the fight over resources. And they didn't get that. So when they fought to change the immigration laws, they were thinking that, well, we can increase our population or bring more blacks to the country, they're going to rock with us. Nothing could have been further from the truth. That was a mistake, by the way. If they understood tribalism, they probably wouldn't have fought for that. Unfortunately, I don't think we can turn it back, because if I could, I would rescind it and send them all back. If they feel like that. Because if it wasn't for our fight, our struggle, none of them would be here. But then they come here with the smoke. Instead of, hey brother, I see, well, you're not doing good over here, but if you do this, you can uplift the people. No, they come and put you down because they want to associate with the dominant society. I remember this guy, Gonzalo. He was the darkest man on the job. It's a Haynes Warehouse. It's in Edison, New Jersey. And it was a couple of brothers, and I was like, I'm gonna show how brainwashed this mofo is. Because I know there's a lot of guys from Latin American countries do not want to associate with FBA. So I was like, yo, Gonzalo, you black? He's like, no, I'm no black. I'm Cubano. I speak a Spanish. And I was like, oh, well, I speak English. I'm not an Englishman. He said, no, I know black. And there was a couple white dudes. They were like, dude, you're black. He's like, no. So we were laughing. I was like, you see how brainwashed they are? But see, those of us in the Northeast, we came in contact with this years ago. And I think most of the blacks in the civil rights movement, since they were from the South, they didn't come in contact with these people, so they didn't understand the sentiment, or they didn't experience. Because they're looking at Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, and they were smooth, cool brothers, but they didn't have that. You know, they joined the movement, they were activists, so they were cool. But that's not the norm. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I think FBA needs to know and understand reality. Tribalism is competition. You have no friends, as brother John Henry Clark told us. You're on your own. If you haven't already, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll see you brothers in the next video. Peace.